Sending big blitz, nobody blocking. Big win, that's a ring and a watch. Strong aim when you come in the slot. Tryna bend the corner, your limbs getting. That's your partner, then your twin game. All you wanna do is talk, I don't need talk.
Thought I heard somebody talk.
I can pull up with that, Chewbacca that. Banging my chest and my head on the lock. Feeling like Walker Flock of Flame. I put the opposition out the game. I'm out the pocket, but I rock with the game.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Jalen Phillips has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. Jalen Phillips in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Gaskin. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Stephen Carter, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Tannehill now to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Here's Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This is Gaskin on the carry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he brings it back, turn that around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Working with a second and 4. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Back to throw, Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Firkser. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To throw is Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on second and 10. Tannehill steps away to his left. This is caught. It's Brown. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Again, Tannehill being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Myles Gaskin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Eric Rowe. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run. It's Carter. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And they'll run here with Carter. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Tannehill. Got him in. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. On first down, it's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Tannehill. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Play action. It's Tannehill. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Firkser here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. From the red zone now, Tannehill. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw again on second down, Tannehill. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spend a lot of extra time on game films.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The 40, 30, past the 20, 10, 5. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
He got 29 yards that time. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Tannehill. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
His throw incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again is Tannehill. This will be caught once again by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Josh Reynolds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And it's not over yet as they're back within 2 scores. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 30 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Henry again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. Tannehill going to throw for it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Gaskin again on second down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's Gaskin, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Here's Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six.